So in case you don't remember what the hell's going on in this series, don't worry, because I don't either. But we're going to use this Sacramento Kings footage to learn together just what the Sixers team is doing right now. For one, Jahlil Okafor is a beast. He's got DeMarcus Cousins defending him, and it really doesn't matter because Jahlil has definitely become our top guy, our top offensive option. And even though he's still not perfect on defense, as you're going to see from more than a couple of moments here where he just kind of screws up, it still works out for us. Brandon Ingram, probably our number 2 guy, could become our number 1 with another year of getting better. And these two as our foundation's pretty damn real, but if you remember, we also had a bit of a shake-up at the shooting guard spot, because I like to overreact to one game. Robert Covington is the starting 2, and in this game against the Kings, he just crapped the bed. He just bricked everything. Whenever he was open, it did not matter. And now I'm already thinking, should I switch out somebody else in the starting shooting guard spot? I don't know. Now, I did this partly because I wanted to get Rodney Hood some more offense, and he's been killing it off the bench for us. Having Brandon Ingram come out of the game and Rodney Hood entering and having him be like our Manu Ginobili, it actually works out really damn well. And as for how this Sacramento Kings game ended, this play right here sums it up. This good old alley-oop right to Brandon Ingram, just to suck the life out of the Kings fans. So anyway, Robert Covington's on thin ice, because I'm super irrational when it comes to our shooting guard spot. And we got a full gameplay here against the Minnesota T-Wolves, Okafor versus Towns, so that's the tagline to get people to come to the arena. And we're going to start this thing off with Isaiah Cannon entering the lineup. Remember, we traded him away for I don't even remember what. And so now it's just going to be anything offense on Cannon, and we're going to see if he has any sort of retaliation for us trading him away. I don't really believe in him to do much, and this is probably the best isolation I've ever done with Brandon Ingram. Holy hell, that was beautiful. Isaiah Cannon, whatever the hell his name is, I'm sorry, dude, but they put you at small forward and you're like 6'3", so that was the only thing I could really do. But he also couldn't defend Schroeder as well, who's actually been struggling with scoring his own for us. His playmaking and all that has been pretty good, but he's had some other things going on that I don't like. And this isolation play was really ugly with Rodney Hood, but it still worked. Rodney Hood has some of the slowest crossover moves in this game. I kind of want to change them because holy hell, it's like I'm using Andre Miller, but like the 23-year-old version of him. So we already got a nice lead, but then Andrew Wiggins hits a jumper right in Rodney Hood's eye. At least I think it was Rodney Hood. And then, even though we get this steal, I'm going to tell you, the train just kind of comes off the railings for us. I don't know why I tried to do some in and out move while I was in the paint with Ingram. And then Karl Anthony Towns shows us why he's probably going to be the best center in the NBA. I mean, we're like 2 or 3 seasons into this thing. He's definitely going to be the best big man in the league by that point. Gorgie Dang doesn't have much of a chance against Okafor. I mean, if I'm able to get into the paint and I hit that little spin move on him, it's over. And then Cannon, he's got to troll me by having the ball bounce around like 12 times before it finally goes in. Does anybody think Okafor can defend Wiggins? Well, he passed the ball off, but Jahlil at least survives this time when he gets the block shot. Do I expect him to move around that well in real life? No, but it's working there. Covington, can you hit a three-pointer? Oh, thank God he did. Perhaps Covington can be in the starting lineup just for a little bit longer after that one, because of course, we all know I like to overreact when it comes to that shooting guard position. A dude misses once and I'm already on the phones trying to trade him. Although I think we're already past the trading block, so I might have screwed up there, but whatever. Jahlil, he can't just kill him from inside, it comes outside as well. He's really progressed, man. I remember when this thing started, I was skeptical that he wouldn't be able to build an all-around game. He's able to do it. Covington missed that one. We left Wiggins open because I don't know why the hell we did. And the T-Wolves, they're just going to be securing the lead on us in a second here because Covington, I really shouldn't be trying to score down low with that dude. You saw in the Sacramento game, I tried to score at the basket with him. Unless it's a wide open three-pointer, Covington ain't going to be able to do much for us. He's basically a black Steve Novak, if we can be honest with ourselves. Okafor versus Towns, how's this going to go? Well, I imagine at this point Towns will develop into a hell of a defensive player, so we don't have much of a chance, and now we're down 5 points. Now we're down 9 points going into the fourth quarter. Can we pull off a comeback, or are we just going to crap the bed here? Well, we're going to ride the Jahlil Okafor train, because that's really all I have if I'm not doing a Brandon Ingram isolation. But shout out to the flat top and Nerlens Noel for playing defense. Don't you just love when you don't actually earn the turnover yourself, the CPU just gets it for you? It's always the best feeling in the world. And then Zach LaVine went for the steal. You can't be doing that, man. Jahlil Okafor, he can't be stopped. It's funny how I crap on head coaches in real life all the time for not having real developed plays. Our best play is just give the ball to Jahlil Okafor. Anywho, speaking of Okafor, he's at the free throw line with about 50 seconds left. He bricks that one, so now I'm thinking, well, screw this game's over. By the way, why the hell is Kyle Lowry on the T-Wolves? And part of the reason I'm asking that is because how the hell am I supposed to defend a pick and pop with him and Karl Anthony Towns? So now we're down 3 points, and I gotta get my Brad Stevens on to think of a quality play here. So it's just gonna be Brandon Ingram and Jahlil Okafor. You'd think the T-Wolves would just triple team Okafor at this point. Nope, they just foul him and allow me to get a 3-point playoff. I think Jahlil finished with like 50 points in this game, or something, I don't know. And so now we tie it up, and I just want to tell you, this defensive possession by me is really frickin' bad, because for whatever reason, I decide to bring help defense with Rodney Hood when Zach LaVine is just right there. Ooh boy. You know, I didn't want to show that, but unfortunately, I can't hide that possession because it's a pretty damn significant one. So what are we going to do to counter this thing back? Well, hold on, my mom wanted to talk to me, so I had to pause the game. And so now we're back. Brandon Ingram pick and pop. Oh crap, I got to shoot it with Dennis Schroeder. And it actually went in. A D- release on a 3-pointer for a guy who has struggled to score for us. And now we're going to overtime in this game against the T-Wolves that makes no damn sense. And so in overtime, I usually like to play pretty conservative and not just go crazy because, of course, there's not much margin for error. Jahlil Okafor got caught in the wrong spot against Towns. And then Rodney Hood, I tried to call a play for, and I'm officially in panic mode because what the hell am I supposed to do now? I probably could have called the timeout here, or I could have just said screw it and give the ball to Jahlil Okafor. I'd rather just act like I was a fish out of water there. And then what the hell was that? I wanted to pass to Okafor. It was a bad bounce pass. Are we going to lose this game? This game had like 25 different emotions in it. We were getting blown out, and then we came back, and then we screwed it up in overtime. I took a 3-pointer with Rodney Hood that was a little too far out. Andrew Wiggins with a bit of a dagger, if a dagger can be a layup. And I don't know what the hell that overtime was, but we just lost. So, we beat the Sacramento Kings. That was a good look. And then we got crapped on by the T-Wolves in a really weird fashion. Robert Covington is wishy-washy with me right now. Maybe I'll have to get somebody else. And Jahlil Okafor is still God mode. So that's what's going on with this team.